Good morning to you. It is Saturday, the 28th of November. You're watching Weekend Breakfast. I'm Fauzia Ibrahim.
And I'm Catherine Robinson. Thanks for your company today.
Now, the first significant heat wave of the season is here, and it is expected to smash November records. Severe to extreme heat wave conditions are spreading across much of the southeast and eastern parts of Australia this weekend, with authorities urging people to plan ahead. Well,
Sara Temevska has more from Adelaide, and she joins us now. Good morning to you. Sara, can you take us through just how hot it got overnight and which parts of the state are sweltering through the worst of it?
Good morning. Yeah, it has been an absolutely scorching 24 hours here in South Australia. Yesterday we saw tops of 45 degrees in the state's north and mid-north, tops of 40 degrees in Adelaide, and those hot conditions are expected to continue today, although a cool change will come in later this afternoon, bringing some reprieve and pushing that really severe hot weather system further east. But we are looking at tops of 47 degrees in parts of the state's far north today, so Woomera, Oodnadatta, Coober Pedy, all reaching 47 degrees today. Adelaide will stay mild, so to speak, a top of 38 degrees here before that cool change comes through about 3 o'clock, which is expected to be accompanied by rain. So it's a little bit cooler than yesterday, which peaked at 40 degrees here in the state's capital, and overnight temperatures of 28 degrees. It was 26 degrees at 5 o'clock this morning, so still very balmy. It is a fair way off the November record of 43.3 degrees, though that was set last year, but significantly higher than the November average of 25 degrees. So very much still hot conditions here in SA, and the SES has issued extreme heatwave warnings for the state's Riverland and the northeast pastoral districts. So people are being advised to stay indoors with the air conditioning on if they've got it, drink plenty of water, avoid coffee and alcohol, things that might dehydrate you, and look after the vulnerable in the community. So that's the very young and the elderly are particularly susceptible to the heat. And
of course, look after those pets that you might have as well. It's extraordinary to think that we're speaking in terms of 38 degrees being mild, isn't it? Can you take us through the heightened fire danger through South Australia? What's happening with the winds and that fire danger?
Well, you're right. It's very hot, dry and windy today. So there is a total fire ban across most of the state, with the exception of the west coast, the lower southeast towards Robe and Mount Gambier, and metropolitan Adelaide. But there are still very high fire danger warnings in place for those areas. So the CFS will no doubt be on high alert today, considering especially there were 9 grass fires just yesterday, one of which burnt at Templars, which is about an hour north of Adelaide. That burnt through 650 hectares in just a matter of hours. So the CFS has raised alerts that these grass fires burn very quickly. They burn very hot as well. So they will certainly be looking out for those dangerous conditions today as well.
Now, we know, Sarah, that people are going to be trying to escaping the heat today, perhaps finding waterways and heading to the beach. But authorities are reminding people to keep those coronavirus restrictions in mind, particularly given that Adelaide has just come out of that snap lockdown.
Well, that's right. You know, apart from the health advice in terms of the extreme heat, we have to heed the COVID-19 health advice. So people who are fortunate enough to live along the coast, if you are heading to the beach or, along the Murray River, people are being advised to socially distance. If you're heading to the shops to shop the sales that are currently on, people are being asked to wear a face mask, sanitise their hands and keep a social distance of at least 1.5 metres away from others. And of course, this is all a little bit harder for people in the regions. It's already harder to keep cool when you're inland, but we know that swimming pools have been restricted to lap swimming only, so people won't be able to jump in just in the recreation lane to cool off. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of sprinklers going in the state's north.
For a couple of cold showers or cold baths. Sara Temevska, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Now, a total fire ban has been issued for the New South Wales Riverina region with hot and windy conditions forecast. The ban covers the lower central West Plains and the eastern, southern and northern Riverina region.